10 strange phobias you may never believe. Join us in the Master Facts channel. Hello, and welcome to Master Facts channel. We are now back with another different video. Before we go to the video, I need to say that if you are interested in this series of content, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so that you do not miss future videos. Phobia is not uncommon and is estimated to affect more than 19 million Americans. However, in this article, we will introduce the strange phobias that may be hard for you to believe. Be with Master Facts. Thanks to the Listverse site for providing this list. Case number 10, Oikophobia. This phobia means the fear of staying home. People with this phobia are afraid of anything in the house, including decor, luxuries, various items and whatever you can think of. Like any other fear, this phobia is rooted in previous experiences. Unfortunately, this fear causes people to tremble, sweat, and dry mouth, and deprives them of peace. Of course, from 2004 to 2016, oikophobia meant the fear of familiar things, such as clothing, culture, or the like. Case number 9, Erythrophobia. This is a complex phobia that actually shows the fear of being embarrassed. Blushing is a normal physiological reaction and it is estimated that 7% of people are afraid of this natural reaction. In 2012, unfortunately, a 20-year-old man committed suicide for fear of blushing and taking anti-stress and antidepressant drugs. This person's last letter is used to identify the characteristics of these people so that they can be helped to avoid such a bitter fate. Case number 8. Doraphobia. Fear of fur is another strange phobia. This fur can belong to any animal. Of course, this phobia does not mean fear of animals and is only related to the same fur clothes or even fur on the body of animals. This fear may be caused by someone being attacked by a furry animal. Those who suffer from this fear, unfortunately, also get stressed by looking at the fur, and it is not just a matter of touching it. According to Doraphobia, it is more common in women. Case number 7. Scopophobia. Fear that someone is staring at you is another strange phobia. This fear also includes face-to-face contact with another person. This fear is a subset of social phobias and is more common in those who suffer from neurological problems. Fortunately, this disease can be controlled and even treated with new drugs. Case number 6. Radiophobia. Radiophobia, as its name implies, reflects a fear of radioactivity such as CT scans. This fear grew greatly after the Chernobyl disaster, and nuclear tests around the world are adding to these patients on a daily basis. Interestingly, patients with this phobia are also afraid of radioactive foods such as bananas, Brazil nuts and white potatoes. This fear can be very dangerous because it prevents radioscans from treating certain diseases, and patients should seek treatment for themselves. Case number 5. Kathisophobia. Many fears can have a negative impact on a person's life, from anxiety attacks to complete avoidance of certain people, places or things. Negative effects in people with Kathisophobia can be very serious for a person's health. Kathisophobia is described as a fear of sitting. Patients with this disease avoid sitting and this is very painful for them. Like any other fear, this fear can be rooted in the bitter experiences of the past. From physical rehabilitation to various medications can be mentioned to treat this fear. Case number 4. Koumpounophobia. Fear the button. According to research, 1 in 75,000 people has this fear. Of course, this fear has different branches, and some may be afraid of the texture of the button, and others may be afraid that they are clean. The most famous person with this phobia is Steve Jobs, who usually avoided button clothes. People with this fear experience similar reactions to other phobias. Some people were even frightened when they saw the button. Case number 3. Papaphobia. While many fears are rooted in possible past experiences and traumatic events, some fears arise because of their association with other phobias. People with papaphobia or fear of the Pope may experience this fear along with other fears of priests, nuns, churchgoers, or the fear of the sacred, hygiephobia. This fear is associated with negative experiences or feelings about the Roman Catholic Church itself, and because the Pope is seen as the symbol and face of religion, he or she becomes the center of one's fearful desire. While there are no statistics on those with papaphobia, it has been reported that many people suffer from the disorder. Case number 2. Chromophobia. Chromophobia is the fear or disgust of all colors. Chromophobia is specific to DSM-V. It can also be related to fear of different colors such as porphyrophobia, fear of purple or erythrophobia, fear of red. This fear is more common among people with various mental disorders. These people avoid going to places where there is a lot of color or watching colorful videos. Seeing a psychologist is very effective in treating this disorder. Case number 1. Barophobia. People with this phobia are extremely afraid of gravity. This phobia is different from the fear of heights, but it can be related to it. Barophobia can sometimes be confused with fear of space and fear of outer space, but people with barophobia have no problem with knowing or having space, only their gravity frightens them. The cause of this phobia is still unknown, and most scientists attribute it to physical disorders that cause a person to constantly fall. Fortunately, patients with this phobia can also be completely cured with medication and a visit to a psychologist. What do you think? Share it with us in the comments. We hope you enjoy watching this video. Before I say goodbye, if you found this video interesting, kindly like the video. Also subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, so that you don't miss out on future videos. We wish you health and happiness until the next video. Thank you so much for being with us until the end of the video. Goodbye friends.